Welcome to Flash Drill News, where headlines break fast and facts hit harder. Daily updates, global coverage, no wasted time. Subscribe and stay sharp.
At least 34 Palestinians were killed in overnight Israeli airstrikes across the Gaza Strip, health officials confirmed Saturday. The bombardment, which began late Friday and extended into the early hours of Saturday, targeted various locations including a sports stadium and residential areas, leaving dozens dead and many others wounded. Among the dead were 12 people killed at the Palestine Stadium in Gaza City, where displaced civilians had taken shelter. 8 more fatalities were reported in nearby apartment buildings, and 6 others died when a strike hit a tent shelter in the southern Muwasi area, according to Shifa hospital officials. The attacks come amid renewed diplomatic activity. U.S. President Donald Trump, speaking from the White House on Friday, expressed optimism that a ceasefire could be reached within the coming week. "We're working on Gaza and trying to get it taken care of," Trump stated. His administration has been engaged in behind-the-scenes negotiations to de-escalate the conflict. Israel's Minister for Strategic Affairs, Ron Dermer, is scheduled to visit Washington next week for ceasefire discussions, as per sources cited by the Associated Press. Talks between Israeli and international mediators have been sporadic since Israel resumed its military operations in March, breaking the previous truce. Since the beginning of the war, over 56,000 Palestinians have been killed, with the majority being women and children, according to Gaza's health ministry. In a development that could influence upcoming negotiations, families of Israeli hostages have voiced hope that Trump's recent success in brokering a ceasefire between Israel and Iran might increase international pressure on Israel to strike a deal with Hamas. Hamas has reiterated its readiness to release all Israeli hostages in exchange for a full cessation of the war. However, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu remains firm that the conflict will not end until Hamas is fully disarmed and its leadership removed, demands Hamas has outright rejected. The humanitarian situation in Gaza continues to deteriorate rapidly. Israel had halted food shipments for over 2 months and has only allowed limited aid since mid-May. Efforts by the United Nations to distribute food and essentials have been disrupted by looting incidents involving armed groups and desperate civilians. With food insecurity deepening and ceasefire hopes hanging in the balance, Gaza remains gripped by one of the worst humanitarian and political crises in recent history. In one of the largest protests seen since the PU-TAI party assumed power in 2023, thousands of demonstrators gathered in Bangkok on Saturday to demand the resignation of Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra. The protest comes amid escalating political tensions and a growing border conflict with neighboring Cambodia. Defying heavy monsoon rains, protesters converged at Victory Monument, a symbolic location in the Thai capital, waving national flags and chanting slogans like "Ung Ing, get out," using Paetongtarn's widely known nickname. The rally was organized by the United Force of the Land, a nationalist group that has long opposed Shinawatra-aligned administrations. The unrest stems from a recent border skirmish between Thai and Cambodian forces over disputed territory in May. The situation intensified after a leaked phone call revealed Paetongtarn allegedly criticizing a Thai army commander and showing deference to Cambodia's former leader, Hun Sen. The Prime Minister later issued an apology, but the damage to public trust was evident. Critics say the remarks crossed a line in a country where the military holds considerable political influence. "She should step aside because she is the problem," said Parnthep Purpongpan, a prominent protest leader, accusing Paetongtarn and her father, former PM Thaksin Shinawatra, of being manipulated by Hun Sen, once a close ally of the Shinawatra family, now perceived as a rival. Veteran protester Thapanawat Aramrung, 73, voiced concerns that the Prime Minister's perceived submission to a foreign leader and public criticism of Thai military leadership were deeply inappropriate. "It's unacceptable," he said. The demonstration adds to the mounting pressure on Paetongtarn's government, already struggling to manage a sluggish economy and maintain unity within a fragile coalition. The political turbulence may culminate in a no-confidence vote expected in Parliament next month. Observers fear that the ongoing crisis could threaten the stability of the current government and plunge Thailand into another period of political uncertainty. India to host historic 24-team FIH Junior Men's Hockey World Cup. Draw places rivals India and Pakistan in same pool. New Delhi, June 28, 2025. India is set to host the FIH Hockey Men's Junior World Cup for the first time since 2016, with Chennai and Madurai selected as the official venues for the global event. Scheduled to take place from November 28th to December 10th, the upcoming edition marks a historic milestone as the first-ever 24-team Junior Hockey World Cup. In a highly anticipated draw ceremony held at the FIH headquarters, host nation India was placed in Pool B, igniting excitement by being grouped with arch-rivals Pakistan, along with Chile and Switzerland. The full group breakdown is as follows. Pool A, Germany, South Africa, Canada, Ireland. Pool B, India, Pakistan, Chile, Switzerland. Pool C, Argentina, New Zealand, Japan, China. Pool D, Spain, Belgium, Egypt, Namibia. Pool E, Netherlands, Malaysia, England, Austria. Pool F, France, Australia, Korea, Bangladesh. The draw event was attended by FIH President Tayyab Ikram, Hockey India Secretary-General Bhola Nath Singh, and Hockey India Director-General R.K. Srivastava. Speaking at the ceremony, FIH President Ikram hailed the tournament as a landmark event. "It is a great pleasure for me to be here ahead of a milestone moment as we start the journey towards the first-ever 24-team FIH Junior Hockey World Cup. This aligns with our strategy to empower and engage youth across the globe, including emerging hockey nations," he stated. The inclusion of 24 nations highlights the growing global interest in field hockey and is seen as a move to broaden the sport's reach and competitiveness. India's hosting of the event reflects the country's continued prominence in the international hockey landscape. The tournament promises thrilling action and global participation, with the traditional powerhouse matchup between India and Pakistan already generating major buzz among fans and analysts. That wraps up today's top stories. Stay informed, stay connected, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for the latest updates. Right here on Flash Drill News. Got a story you think we should cover? Drop it in the comments or reach out to us on social media. Until next time, stay safe and stay aware.